and I'm gonna let her in. And that way you can find out who she is and what she's doing on her mogulish behavior right now. Yo, what's up?
Nothing much. I don't know if you can see me. You know you can't. Hold on. There we go.
There you go. I was like, wait, I just see a TV.
What's going on this morning? I was trying to get the light out the way. I'm maneuvering. So if y'all can't see me, I'm light skinned. Let me know.
It's all good. It's all good. I feel like I got too much light. I'm super bright on top of it. So it's all good, friend. So tell everybody who you are, what you do. I'm super excited to having this conversation, but you take the floor. Who are you, friend?
Yes, I am Chay CEO. Check out the shirt. Yeah, check me out. I do music. I do videos. I do content, basically. I'm also a book writer. I write Christian children's books, and I'm just out here just creating. So, but right now, I'm really focused on my music right now. So that's what the shirt is. I got 90s R&B vibe. Everybody tells me a lot of soul. So that's pretty much what I do.
Wow. Hold up. Time out. We got to unpack this a little bit. So you write R&B music, and you write Christian children's books. So
yes, I do.
Okay, time. Hold on, Chay CEO. Listen, y'all, this is a Mogul's Moment. Chay CEO is in the building. First of all, Chay, where are you from? Like, where are you at right now?
I'm in Austin, Texas. That's where I live. That's where I reside. But I'm born and raised from Houston, H-Town. Hold it down. That's how we do. So
H-Town. Okay.
We creative down there. So that's where I guess all the fluid and the juices just be coming. Just my mind is everywhere.
Yeah.
The music and the kids' book. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Tell me about that. That's the question.
Black in the South, raised Baptist. So I write poetry. So I'm just a writer by nature as it is. So I write music, I write poetry. So I had a godchild that was born, and I love her so much. Carmen, shout out. I don't even know if she's watching right now. But
what's up, Carmen?
Yeah, I know, right? So she was born, so I wanted to write a book that, she could relate to, because, there's not a lot of African-American books out here and stuff. So, and also I'm big in the church. So I made sure I put a book called Thank You, God, and I dedicated it to her. And it was basically about a single mom and teaching her how to be grateful and thankful for little things in the situation. From there, she had a little sister. So I wrote another book. So that one was called, You Belong. And it's about a little saying that, just because you're not like all the other animals on the ark, you're still special and you're still loved. So that's how that came about. So now every time I have a godchild, and I have about 3 or 4, so I have more books to write. So I write them a book. That's what they're asking, where their book is at. So that's my thing right now. So I write them books, and then, like I said, my own passion is I write music. So yeah, I'm a CEO. I got all kinds of publishing things going. They all go with publishing. So that's pretty much where that goes.
Yeah, listen, what you just said all in one wraps up of the definition of mogul, y'all. Mogul means a miracle of greatness under love. Chay the CEO is over here creating all types of different lanes and avenues. And I'm still stuck on the fact that she's writing these Christian books, for younger people, children books. And this is like amazing. So first of all, the name of the first book, Thank You, God. I say that all the time. That's why I'm over here like, ooh, I got to check this out. So if there's anybody right now that wants to find those books, Chay, where can they go to find those books?
Oh, they're at Amazon. I'm everywhere. You Google Thank You, God, Shayla Cooper. And my whole government name is Shayla Cooper, Chayla Cooper. They're on Amazon. I'm on Barnes and Nobles. I'm everywhere. So I make sure I put that, because like you said, like the Bible says, we're supposed to have 7 streams of income. So that's where the books, the music, whatever else I decide to dap into, filming and everything else, all that comes into play. So as you see with this whole COVID thing, you can't rely on one stream of income. So
Right. I hope everybody who's paying attention right now, you are hearing these nuggets of gems. Like, you can't rely just on one stream of income. Like, we were created, which means we are creators, right? So I'm with you, right? Yeah. So, use the gift and the talent to create these other avenues. I just think it's so amazing, the different things that you have your hands into. So you got to tell me, how did you get into the music aspect? Like, what inspired you to be like, yo, I'm about to get out here and do some music, and a particular genre of music at that? So talk to me about that, friend.
My music was, I think back in I was 11. I remember this. I was 11 and I wrote some poems and they got featured in a magazine, a literary magazine. I was like, okay. So then, now I know, right? So then at the time I was dating this guy in high school and stuff. And like, he was really deep in his music. His music was whack.
Okay.
He had a job. So I was like, big manager, because we got to find some way to help out. So from there, I went to college and I wanted to own my own record company. That's what I originally wanted to do. It's like that spark with him. And so when I went to school, I was a business marketing major. So I'm like, oh, I need to know how to market things. I couldn't pass accounting. I'm not great with numbers. Now I can add, subtract, multiply, divide, but all this extra stuff y'all be doing, I can't be doing that.
I hear you.
So I'm like, all right, I couldn't pass accounting. I took it twice. I was like, look, Jesus, this ain't for me. So I flipped my film and digital media. I'm like, well, I do need to learn how to work the board. If I can't hire an engineer, if I can't hire a producer, if I can't do all these things, I need to learn how to do. I need to write scripts. So I learned all of that while I was in school. And then I started managing a couple of people about 2012 to 2014. And but get them to a certain peak, but then they want to be like, oh, I want to go do my own thing. I just put in all this work for what? And then like, I don't mean to be rude, but you don't hear about a lot of them anymore. So I'm like, what's up? So I was like, you know what? I'm going to take everything that I was telling them to do and I'm going to do it myself. And I'm going to show you what I was talking about. And then from there, I released my first EP in December 2015, December 2016. All of 2017, I performed at South by Southwest for the first time. I performed in Puerto Rico at the LGBT cultural expedition down there. I performed at Texas State University. Like I was just everywhere. Like I couldn't sit down. So, and then, you fall in love and stuff just falls by the wayside. So.
I understand.
So 2018, I was like, whatever. 2019, I came back and I released in October my last EP therapy session, which was about my culmination of 2 relationships I was in from 2017 to 2018. And I put that out. It's been well received. And basically, I'm trying to get back out there and keep my music going, keep it alive. I'm writing right now. And I was just telling my friend today, honestly, that with everything going on with social wise, I'm trying to figure out if I want to write like a song to go along with the times, or if I want to stick with my lane right now. But I feel like I'm pulled to do both. So I'm trying to figure out and navigate that right now for my next project that I'm working on.
Yeah, well, see, this is the thing. Like, if you feeling it and what I've learned, and I'm going to get into what you've learned along your journey. But what I've learned along my journey and can relate to what you're feeling is when you feel that feeling like I feel like I know what my lane is, but there's something that's pulling me to create something based on where it's at. I think you should go with it. At the end of the day, it's your art. You create the way that you want to create. And I think we all kind of get caught up in like, oh, I got to create this. And what about this? And what about that? And how people are going to respond. It's just that you got to create it the way you think you should create it. And then people would just so happen to resonate and relate to it, but still create from the feeling of the heart that you have. So I would love to hear something if you decide to try to create something along the times. It doesn't take away from where your lane is. Remember, different lanes. For your name, you have different lanes that have your name on it. So why not create something for the current time we in? Why not create something for the time that happens from now on to the next time? We don't know. That's what creators do. So I'm excited that you're even open to thinking that, I can do something or I want to do something. That says a lot because we need people like ourselves to show up and show out. You just got to show up. When you show up, I guarantee you God will move through you the way that it's supposed to. And, you do what you got to do. So help me understand this, Shay. What do you think you have learned the most along your journey when it comes to stepping out here and creating different lanes and, putting your names on different things? What do you think you've learned the most along this journey about yourself?
About myself or what I've learned in general is, like you just said, what I've learned in general is just to do whatever. Okay. Like if you have a movie out, like don't worry about perfection because nothing is ever perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like you're always going to find something tweaked and wrong with something that you created. So just put it out there and just let people receive it, because at the end of the day, they might say something good, they might not say something bad, but either way they're talking about what you created and you've opened dialogue and you've opened up their mind to something new. Like I'm a Black lesbian Christian and I have a master's degree. Like I am so many things wrapped up into one thing. So you might meet, like I said, or I might make music, like you said, about, you know, going out one night, falling in love, whatever the case may be. And then you come, and my friends will tell you this with a quickness, then I'll turn around and have a whole theological conversation with you.
Yes.
You know? So I'm like, we as humans are not just one thing, and I refuse to be pigeonholed into one thing. So what I've learned about just this business is just to put out whatever you want and let the world receive it, because like you said, somebody needs to hear it. There's been several times I've been to performances and I've just got up, I perform my song or whatever, I'm hype, or you know, I get off the stage. And I remember I was in Killeen. It was for the Killeen Black Pride that they had about a year, 2 years ago. And the guy that was hosting, and he started crying. He's like, your music, that is exactly what I just went through in my relationship. And he said, you put it together so poignantly. And I was like, I was just writing because this child broke my heart, and you know,
yeah.
And I thought I vibe with the beat, so like I wasn't thinking about the impact. Somebody listens to your music, and you never know. Recently, I had a guy. His name is Greg. He's in LA. He hit me up, and he was like, "I was jogging, and your music came on my Spotify, and I'm so in love." I was like, how, I mean, like I said, I know I take care of my stuff, make sure it's copyrighted and everything else, but like, and you know, I put it on all the platforms, but you don't know who you're reaching, when you're reaching them, and you know, when they need it. So just put it out there, whether, like you said, whether it's a book, whether it's music, whether it's a film, whether it's a blog post, put it out there. What I've learned personally, honestly, I know it's gonna sound cliche, but trust God. Like,
and not cliche at all. Not cliche at all, you know?
Because like, it wasn't, like I said, the whole me going to Puerto Rico, I was like, what? Like, you know, me going to Texas State to perform, me going places and being invited to places and being invited to do this. We met through a friend who just signed on right now.
Yeah, I see her, yeah. Melanin behind the lens, what's up?
Hey girl. But you know, we met through a mutual friend. So, you know, I didn't orchestrate this. You didn't orchestrate this. You don't know what God is using and what he's doing. So, I mean, honestly, just put it out there, do you, and relax. Like, you don't know what today may hold. You don't know what tomorrow may hold. So that's what I've learned as a person, just to let go and let God, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to go back to something that you said when you make the reference about the person who was jogging and your music came up. It makes me think about, in response to what you said, you never know how your artistry or what you created or what you put out there is going to impact or affect a person at the time that they need it, right? Mm-hmm. So in your mind, you're like, I'm just out here talking about what I went through. But the person who hears it may be going through it at the moment and be like, oh my God, you know, I needed to hear that. So I think it's interesting how everything is connected. And we all are used, you know, in the moment. And even though you might have created it a long time ago or weeks ago, it may not be used for the divine moment until later on when the person actually needs it. So that's so great that you referenced that, because we don't know what was going on in that runner's mind. We don't know what was going on with the person who heard your song. You didn't know that before you performed. You just like, y'all performing, this is from my heart. But I think it's amazing how God can bring certain entities together in the moment to be like, I know you need this, so I'm gonna let you hit it so you can feel better or whatever. You know what I mean? So yeah, trust God, because it's really already planned out at the moment it needs to be planned. You just got to do your part and let God do the rest. And I love that, friend. I absolutely love that. That is amazing.
No, and the thing that you were saying, it was funny too. On my first EP, I wrote some of those songs back in like 2008, 2010, 2012. I didn't put the EP out until 2016. So like, whoa. It was crazy for me to be like, oh, this is just my old stuff, whatever. And then all of a sudden it's like, whoosh, I'm taking on this journey. So I was like, I feel like I said, like, you know, being in relationships, I need to learn how to balance that creativity and being in one. But being in a relationship kind of slowed that down. But now I'm like, okay, let me go ahead and ramp that back up and put my art back out there and like finish going on that journey that I started.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And you know what's funny? Whether you say finish or continue to go on, whatever journey that you're on and you stopped in the moment, it still played its part the way it's supposed to, so you can create more of the journey you was already on. Like all of
Right,
this is
right.
already a part of it, you know. So I think for a long time, and I still have to remind myself the same thing. Like I'd be like, okay, I haven't been doing this. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. But it don't matter how many times I'm like, I got to do this, I got to do that. It's still laid out the way that it's supposed to. Even if I take a moment to step back and be like, wait a minute, let me get myself together, or I'm not ready to create, it still comes up, you know, at the exact, you know, time. So it's again, it's refreshing to have these type of conversations because you get it, Jay, you get it, you get it, and you're doing it, you know. So for the quote for today, when you know better, you do better. Help me understand how you relate to that quote. When you know better, you do better.
That's ooh.
It came to me this morning and I was like, anybody who's on, I never tell them the quote until the day of, because that's when it comes to me. And I'm like, something's like, when you know better, you do better. I'm sitting. So I'm like, let's see how you relate to that.
That can be taken in so many contexts, like relationship wise. I know now that I won't date a Cancer. Like I know better.
Oh gosh. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
I know. I'm like, there's so many things I could go with this. I know now. You know, you pray for certain things in a relationship. Now I know to write a list out, pray over it, you know, meditate on it, and then fix myself as well. What have I learned in myself? I know better, and now I'm going to do better. So like that I can take that route with it. Music wise, I learned marketing because I realized that, you know, I'm putting music out. Yes, my friends can give me their feedback and whatnot, but I'm not making music for just this group. I need to make music for everybody. Like I said, I need to learn how to make marketing. I need to know about Spotify and put my music on this, and this, and this. So education, you know better, you do better. We can go social injustice.
Let's go.
Like this whole sentence, like you know that, you know, demeaning God's children, point blank period. We were all created in his eyes. We were all created different. Take that, and you know that you can't, and that's what I tell people. I say, you can't pray with me on Sunday in church and then be okay with my discrimination and murder Monday through Saturday. Like that makes no sense. Yeah. So you know better now. This world is being educated. We're tired. We're marching. We know better. Now we're trying to do better. So like, depending on what avenue, we can talk about this all day, every day. Like I got time. Yeah. But I think my main thing right now is me as a person, and relates, like I said, to my marketing, and relates to my writing, and relates to my dating wise, and my spiritualness. I know better on a lot of things, life lessons. I'm 33. I'm not saying I know everything. I'm not perfect by no means, but I know a lot from the experiences that I've learned. I'm going to do better, and not to fall into those same pitfalls and pit holes that I did last time, because where did it get me? And did I like that feeling? If I don't like that feeling, then don't do it again. So now we're going to learn better. We're going to do better.
Yeah, I love that. If I don't like that feeling, then don't do it again. Wow. That's a mogul moment. That's a mogul moment right there. If I don't like that feeling, then don't do it again. That's it. That's it. Right. Wow.
Like,
you know,
try not to be hard-headed.
Yeah. And being open to learn, you know, like know that I think we in general put a lot of pressure on ourselves about, you said it before, like being perfect and doing it perfect. Like just do it. And maybe you may not know until you do it what you need to change the next time you do it, if you decide to do it. You know, so just be open to the possibility of learning new things, and know that you don't have all the answers, and that is okay, you know. So I get that. Once again, y'all, everybody who's checking in, this is a Mogul's Moment. We have Chay, the CEO, on. She's amazing, does great things, coming from Texas out here, you know. And our quote for the day is, when you know better, you do better. That's what we're talking about. And we're talking about what she does. So Chay, if you got some advice to everybody that's checking in right now who is has something inside them that they want to do, a dream they want to go after, like what advice would you give to them right now?
Do it and trust God.
Do it and trust God. How simple is that? Do it and trust God. Why do you think people have a hard time doing it and trusting God? How about that?
because we are control freaks as humans. We want to control every aspect. Like I said earlier, like when we put something out, we want it to be perfect. Like, oh, that lighting is wrong. Like before we even got on this conversation, I called one of my friends. I'm like, okay, how's the lighting? Okay, what is it? I closed some blinds and stuff. Like I was like really on it because, like I said, like I'm light skinned. I didn't want it to flood me out. So I was just like, it's just we're control freaks, and everything has to be perfect. Everything has to look right. But all we need is this conversation. That's why everybody's tuning in. All we need is this conversation. So just do it and put it out there. And whoever gains whatever from it, that's the nuggets that they needed to get through the day. Like I put this, I wrote this quote. I was like, God has acclimated. God has counted for our mistakes whenever he made our purpose. He knew that we were going to go veer off. He knew we were going to do all this other stuff, but he still had a purpose for us. I'm writing another. I'm writing a book right now called. I'm writing a book right now called Five Keys to Leadership Through the Eyes of Moses. Right now, and I know I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. I'm excited for you. Yes.
But one of my favorite is Moses. And he basically went and, he killed an Egyptian for his people, but then he ended up on the run. Like, he wasn't planning on killing somebody that day. He wasn't planning on going on the run. He wasn't planning on being in the wilderness, but he still came back to where he needed to be to fulfill the purpose he needed to do to free the Israelites. So I'm like, you can't sit here and be like, well, I don't want to do this, or I'm scared, or whatever. God already has a purpose for you. It's going to prevail. Just do what you need to do. If there's a mistake along the way, he'll get you there. He'll reroute you, but his purpose is always going to prevail. So that's basically just do it and just trust God. Whatever happens, like you said, you'll learn the next album what to do. You'll learn the next movie what to do. You learn the next blog post what to do. And so it's a learning experience. Just do it.
I love it. It's like Nike said, check it up, just do it. But 2 words, y'all, do it, trust God. That's it. That's absolutely it. If y'all got questions for Chay right now, please put them in the comments, so Chay can take some questions for the audience. Y'all, this is so refreshing and fulfilling for me, because I literally want people who are doing great things in the world to have a place to come and use their voice, on my platform. And it's just so great to talk to other like-minded individuals, because, we be caught up in our brain the whole time thinking we the only one going through this. Right. And then when you talk to someone who has went through the same thing, like, it's amazing to see it, to hear it, and know that you're not alone in it. So I'm definitely amazed and honored to have this moment. So thank you so much. You're so welcome. So if people wanted, to work with you, Chay, how can they find you? Like, where can they go to find you, to get in contact with you or to work with you? Where can they go?
You can email me at sleek productions@gmail.com. I have a website, chay.ceo.com. Sorry, thinking of my IG handle. Chay.ceo. But yeah, I'm everywhere. You can Google Chay CEO and all of my information will pop up. Melanated Behind the Lens asked me, when we shooted my video, the ball's in your court, honey. I already gave you all my ideas, so I don't put like, I already gave you that. I'm free. What advice would you give LGBT artists?
Perfect. Go ahead. Great question.
Be you. Especially right now. I figure, like, with the current climate right now, with everybody, like, they're finally seeing the Black plight. We're supporting Black businesses. It's Pride Month. Like, the whole realm of we're people putting things out. We're just people. We're creatives. So who we sleep with has nothing to do with your art. So like I said, I'm sitting here. I told you, like, I have music out, yes, and it's about a female that broke my heart. It's about, me falling in love with females and stuff like that. But at the same time, I'm also, like, I do believe in God. I do believe I am a Christian. Like, I have Christian children's books and I'm writing Christian business books. Like, you are a multifaceted individual. You're not pigeonholed. So what advice I have for LGBT artists, just put out your art, do what you do, and let the world consume it. There's so many platforms that I follow, LGBT raps, TGA. I forgot what it's called right now. Forgive me, but anyway, there's a lot of people that I follow right now that have platforms for LGBT artists, that have LGBT underground radio and stuff like that. The Pink Elephant Radio, like there's platforms for you to shine. So you can succeed, and even if somebody from LA or whoever finds you, you're fine. What's that artist's name? Her name is Sid. So, so she's gay. It doesn't, and we're at this moment in our time where it doesn't really matter who you're sleeping with, but is your art good? Is your music good? Is what I'm seeing good? Like, it doesn't really matter. I'm seeing all these questions coming in.
People loving you, Shay. I'm watching it as you're talking. I'm watching it as you're talking. Go ahead.
But
okay. It's love. Mm-hmm. You hitting some points in it. Yeah.
But
you hit some points.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was gonna go back to what you said. Like you definitely on your 2-word motivation today. Be you. Be you. Like, listen, I know the struggle. Trust. I know the struggle when it comes to trying to be accepted in a world that doesn't always agree with certain things that's different. But you have to understand, like, your difference, makes you, who you are. No one is you, and that's your power, and you got to understand that. So it's one of those things that if you don't be you, then who would be you? And know that whatever gift or talent that you have is going to make room for you. But you got to be able to step out and allow the universe to, I would say, respond to you where you're at or where you're vibrating from, So make sure that y'all just quit trying to be somebody you're not. I promise you, be yourself, and the world will adjust in the way that it's supposed to. But if you keep sending out these vibrations that's not really you, and you wondering why you can't get to the place you're trying to get to, because you ain't being authentic and transparent in who you are. And y'all out here trying to act like it's not like that when God knows your heart. God knows your heart. Who you trying to fool? Who you trying to fool? Stop. You better stop it right now. Who you trying to fool?
No, I was gonna go back and tell you, like, I have like people that will tell me like, oh, you should rap more, or you should sing more, you should do this or whatever. And like, I'll listen.
Yeah.
I need constructive feedback, because how else can you get better? Like, your ears will only hear so far. But like I said, I know the lane I've created for myself. I know that there is some lesbian out there that's probably 15, 16 years old who might have found my music that I don't know about. And she probably was like, I grew up on Babyface, Drew Hill, stuff like that or whatever. So, but it's nice to be like, oh, there's a girl singing about what I'm going through, whatever, or that, I like this girl and everything else. But, it's nice that I created my own lane, and I'm not, the Saya. I'm not the hard rapper. I'm not that person. Like, that's just not me. I'm the R&B lovable, let's cuddle boo. Like,
let's cuddle boo. What's up?
I mean, I dress in, in what do they call them, masculine presenting, like I dressed in men clothing and stuff, but you're not going to catch me. I've never owned a pair of J's. I don't have any tattoos. Like, this is who I am. So, but who I am is opening up a lane and an avenue for somebody to come behind me, and it may help. You never know.
Yes. It ain't even made. It is, and it will. It is, and it will, friend. It is, and it will. You describe something that I relate to very much. You're androgynous. You're just who you are. You embody your masculine and feminine characteristics at any point, and you're okay with that. And that's something that, of the reason why I started my own show, The Androgynous Model, to educate people about that. Like, you got to be all right with both sides, and it is okay. And there are people out here who feels like and knows that they are okay with being a woman and okay with dressing in men's clothes and expressing more masculine characteristics, but in the heart of them, they are the woman. That's it, and it's fine. And that is what makes you, so never stop being that, and continue to, create and put it out there, because you are making a lane for people. No matter who came before you, the little drops that they put in open up doors for us. The little drops that you're putting in is going to open up more doors for the people beside you and the people behind you. So you already doing it. You're already doing it. You know how that thing is? I think it's like a ripple effect, like it's a drop in the pond and all these ripples kind of come out. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. It might not be seen or impacted to time later after you dropped it in, but it's still doing something, even though you may not be able to see it. So I'm excited for you, friend, and I'm proud of you. And I'm just like, yo, I'm honored to know you at this moment. I always say it to everybody that's on my show. I'm honored to know you at this moment because you got it. You got it. Just keep going and keep rolling on. So any last moments that you have or last thoughts that you have to leave with everybody who's checking in and loving you right now, friend?
One, I appreciate the love, I really do, and I thank you. One thing, my friends, I have a couple of my friends. They tell me this, like they be like, "Oh, how you doing?" You know, I'm like, "Oh, I'm trying. You know, I'm trying to do something." They're like, "But you're doing.
Yes,
you're not trying. You're doing."
Yes.
So, and to go along with what I said earlier, just put out whatever it is that you have for this world to consume, or whatever is on your heart. Just do it. Put it out there, trust God, let him do what he's going to do and let him take you where he's going to take you. And I promise you, it's going to be far better than what you have ever imagined. But yeah, I'm happy. I'm blessed. Thank you for inviting me to your platform. You didn't have to. Like I said, we met through a mutual friend and this great conversation happened because of it. So like you said, these ripples, these seeds that are being planted, they're great, and you don't know what could come of them. And I wish you so much blessings and abundance on your show. And I hope your followers continue to grow and grow and grow, because that's what we out here for. We're creating content for somebody who needs it. These future moguls in the making. And I appreciate you calling me a mogul in the making. I really do. I time.
You're so welcome. You're so welcome, friend. Any way that I can support you, please let me know. I'm just honored to be able to be in the moment with you. You did that. And I'm excited. Y'all follow Chay CEO. I got a feeling that, there's going to be some good stuff that's coming up out of this soul right now from every avenue. So make sure y'all support her, love up on her, and show her the love that she needs. Y'all, we got another one. We got a mogul right here in front of us. You better see it right now and represent. You're welcome, yo, for sure. Thank you so much for your time and energy. And I'll be chatting with you a little bit later once